Pirine straight ahead and drilled Ben Bull.
So they feel a little more confident that he has been the starter for a while after Watson decided to go through with the ACL surgery after the South Carolina game.
Flanker screen. They get it out in a hurry to Scott and Arteta. Scott is off to the races. Scott, 65 yards, touchdown. It's pretty good for a flanker screen.
Yeah, Oklahoma's got to be thinking about that Oklahoma State game. So many missed tackles.
The Clemson Tigers explode with a Cole Stout to Scott touchdown pass. Knight under pressure. Hit high and taken down by Vic Beasley, the consensus All-American pass rusher.
Tyrus Thompson, the left tackle, gets beaten right to the inside. Beasley did a wonderful job. You know, first snap of the game.
So for Clemson, number 3 scores on one side of the ball. Number 3 gets a sack on the other side of the ball. And the Clemson Tiger defense just flying. Grady Jarrett.
And Streeter.
Stout, nice protection. Takes off. Got what he could. Dives out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 32-yard line.
That's an excellent job by Stout.
Gallman, nice hole off the right side. Runs through an arm tackle. Inside the 20 to about the 18.
And when you run into the guy, I think that's why they're going to call him.
Almost intercepted, and then it is intercepted.
Corinne Wiggins, who was a linebacker who'd been playing out in space, and before in a play he had thought he had been held. This time Wiggins does an amazing job of reading this. This ball was thrown backwards. So even if Wiggins wouldn't have made this interception, I believe that would have been a fumble.
Because they're getting blown off this field. Very few positives so far. Tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Boulware. Boulware, 46 yards, touchdown. Through the hands of Shepard into the waiting arms of Ben Boulware, who gets the start in the first half because Stephon Anthony was suspended.
Not a terrific throw. Could have taken something off of it. Was a little ahead of Shepard. But what a nice job by Boulware. Good cutback there.
How good must this feel for Cole Stout?
And how good does it feel to have a guy like Sharon Peak coming back to close to full speed? Peak as fast as they have on this team. A wonderful throw by Stout.
Field goal range if it comes to that. Underneath. Plenty of first down. Williams breaks a tackle. Touchdown. Jordan Thomas couldn't corral him. Had him at the sideline for a short gain. Missed him, and it cost him 20 yards and 6 points.
Wow. And give credit to Mike Williams, a big guy who had terrific bounce.
College game, you need to do better than that. Pirine, fumble. Clemson football. Pirine had lost exactly one fumble all year long until now.
This defensive line, this time it was Grady Jarrett who handed the keys for his last game. He's playing great.
And really his last chance to do something in a meaningful game. And he throws a strike to Sharon Peak down the middle of the field, deep in Oklahoma territory. And Quentin Hayes was right in his grill.
Hayes comes late. Good transfers of his weight to get a good, accurate throw there. Has never called and complained. Has always backed the decisions made by the staff and been very supportive of their son. What a nice evening for that family.
Stout with a keeper touchdown. Cole Stout to the delight of his dad. Good plays with his feet. Nice fake. And Stout in his final game with a running touchdown. And the Stout family with something else to celebrate.
Who knows what can happen for Trevor Knight, but just a bummer of a way to have your regular season end.
Screen on 3rd and 5. Williams high-stepping it down the sideline. Another missed tackle.
Play with Deshaun Watson. You know we've got a few years to come play with a really good player. And see guys like Gallman and like Davis Scott.
It's coming. Touchdown. And Cole Stout was crushed by Dominique Alexander. Just crushed. But he hung in there, made the throw, and Hopper made the catch for a touchdown. Take a look at this replay. Boy, great job by Stout. That takes some guts to hang in there for that.
And I would hope, because of that hit, I really would hope that the medical staff would go over to Cole. This is one thing we have to do in this game is watch when, even though he got up, even though he seems okay, I would really want the medical staff.
Face mask. Number 19 of the defense. Play resulted in a touchdown. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
There's quick striker.
And I don't think Stryker's doing anything dirty there. He's just going into to watch it. If you play with contact, you're on camera, Cole.
Tell you what, they're not going to be able to get the smile off his face for a long time. 305 yards, and this is a great throw.
And look at the weight transfer. You know, boy, that's a vicious pull. It's no wonder didn't pull his eyeball out, not just the contact lens.
He knows Alexander is going to get.
Really?
It's a great start.
Really? You think we could be number one? Well, guess what they're going to finish this season as?
Fumble recovered by Clemson. You didn't think it could get worse? Yes, it can. Josh Wilson appeared to be the guy who knocked it loose from Keith Ford. And some of the Oklahoma fans, not even the end of the 3rd quarter, they have seen plenty.
It took them so long. Ford, who has, unlike Samaje Perine, has had some fumble issues, and I don't know that there is enough Pepto-Bismol in the state of Florida to help the Stoops brothers tonight.
No. Clemson did a really neat thing. They called timeout to get all the seniors off the field and sub so that their fans could give them a standing ovation for an absolutely magnificent performance. And now Oklahoma is hoping not to be shut out. And they go to work, and there are the seniors.
Boy, that was neat.
They lost so many. They are going to lose so many guys off this team. Brett Venables is going to have an unbelievable job ahead of him. 9 of the 11 starters are gone, and the last time I counted, it was 13 out of the top 15 on defense will be leaving this Clemson sideline. That's one of the reasons they're the #1 defense in the country.
13-year NFL quarterback.
Williams, and now here's the timeout. They did this for the defensive players. Now they're doing it for the offensive players.
Yeah, so it's all the seniors, not just that. What a nice move.
Yeah,
this is
sure
really
is.
classy.
It's a beautiful way to do it.
Winningest class in the history of this program. That's a mouthful.
And you forget, for guys who are backups, they work so hard for so long, not only during the season but in the off season, every other way trying to contribute to the team, and to get this ovation, it's got to mean all the world to them.
What a nice moment for all these young men. And
You know, so I'm sure still in a state of shock and will be for a while. Clemson really handed it to him. Huge win for Dabo Swinney. 10th victory of the year. He's done it 4 times in his career at Clemson.